So let's talk about the Scout's milk. I mean the Mad Milk. Wow, that sounds so dirty. The Mad Milk is a secondary weapon for the Scout which is similar to the Garrote. But the weapon gives an unfair advantage to the enemies, which any of your teammate can gain health by damaging the dosed enemy. But in NVM, it's far the most useful item for the Scout to use. So how can we make this weapon fair to fight against and still be useful for another game mode such as NVM? In this video, I'm going to talk about this weapon, why is it too overpowered, and how can we rebalance it. By the way, this video was a recommendation by this guy in the heavy update melee overhaul extra video. So shall we begin with the weapon stats? Extinguishing teammates reduces cooldown by -20%. Player heals 60% of the damage done to an enemy covered with milk. Can be used to extinguish fires. While the weapon is similar to the Garrote which you throw to an enemy or in a group of enemy, but once the enemy is covered with milk, you and your teammates can recover your missing health by just shooting the enemy, which is quite strong and competitive because of the self-healing. The ability to heal itself is quite too strong. As for the pro players, which they can exploit it, and extinguishing teammates reduce cooldown is quite situational, but it only depends if there are pyros around or other weapons that can burn your teammates with. So if there are no pyros in the enemy team, you should use the other weapon instead of this one. Oh, and question, where do the Scout refill his milk? Now to think about it, I don't even know if it's actually made out of milk. But anyway, in NVM, this weapon is a meta to its gameplay. If a Scout doesn't have this weapon, it will be very hard to keep yourself alive in the battle. So how can we make this weapon more balanced in PvP and still be reliable in MVM? Here are the stats. Reduce the Mad Milk's cooldown by 1 second on each teammates, not including yourself, covered with milk. Yes, it sounds dirty, but let's continue. You and your teammates who is covered with milk will regenerate 10 HP for 10 seconds. But in combat, the regeneration will stop for 1 second. We replace the Mad Milk effect with a health regeneration instead of the old lifesteal effect. So if you are asking what will happen to the lifesteal effect and will it still be useful in NVM? Well, the lifesteal effect is not entirely lost. You can now just buy it in the upgrade station. Health regeneration is not entirely as strong as the crossbow of a medic. It will only heal up to 100 HP, which slowly regenerate 10 HP per second. It's not easily spammable, so you cannot just simply use it by yourself or the cooldown duration will be longer. The regeneration will skip or stop for 1 second if you are being damaged by yourself or your enemy. Best to use this if you are not in combat. Overall, still stick to the original purpose of the weapon, which is for supporting. The weapon can still lifesteal, but it is only available in NVM. The weapon still has almost all of the stats, like extinguishing burning teammates. You can now slowly recover HP, apply milk to your teammates, will reduce the cooldown of the weapon, and while being damaged, regeneration will stop for a second. Well, that is all. Thank you guys for watching this video, and tell me if you like this idea for the weapon's new stats. And in the next video, I would like to remake my old Uberso video because reasons. I will still continue with this series, but another time at least. Well, goodbye guys.